Oh, hi there. It's Thursday, and I am planning to play some KIOU Shogi games, followed by a big Division A WSL game featuring everyone's favorite Koshiro. So welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming by, and I hope we have some fun today. Yesterday's stream was positive win rate wise. Won a bunch of games. I think I was close to ranking up to 1Q on KIOU, 10 minutes 30 seconds Byoyomi, but managed to throw away a game that I very much could have won. So we'll be climbing back. I think I start at 80% today, so we'll see. In the end, it's like, whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter, and I'm just trying to have fun, and I'm continuing just to have a blast on KIOU with these time controls. So let's get in and start it off. Let me make sure the stream is set. Tulip, hello! Long time no speak. Well, no speak in the channel, but we have definitely been going on the Discord. So good to see you. I was actually wondering the other day what had like if anything had happened, because I haven't seen you in a while on the Discord or on the stream. So I hope things are going well. Smoglet with a rate of 9. Wow, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are playing... Thank you again. We are playing Shogi here, and we are in this new application. If this looks different to anyone who has been in a previous raid, this is the site. KIOU Shogi. Let me first shout out Smoglet here. Great Go channel. Really, every chance I get to watch, I'm glad I did. So everybody give that a chance. And this is KIOU Shogi. So this is a new, I hesitate to say, but it's sort of true, a Mahjong Soul-like Shogi game. So there's gacha, there are avatars, there are, not to my taste, but to each their own. There are cat girls, there are dog boys, there are old men, there are cool handsome guys like my avatar, like my icon here. Very cool, very handsome guys. One of the nice things about this game, it's for mobile. Unfortunately, it's only available in the Japan region, but for everyone else, it is available on Steam. If you just have Japanese set as one of your secondary languages, you'll be able to do it. How does the character unlocking work? Is it purely paid? It is not purely paid. It's but it takes a bunch of grind. So the character unlocking, everything is done via gacha. Everything is done via the random pulls or tickets or whatever you want to call it. You can buy pulls in a variety of ways, but also you can grind for them. So every day, which resets at noon my time, which is United States Pacific, you get 35,000 coins, gold coins, and every game you play, you get gold coins. With those gold coins, you can buy gifts that you give your avatar, which will unlock new voice lines. But if you don't want to give them to your avatar, you can convert each gift into a gold box. When you get 50 gold boxes, you can convert that into a ticket to do a gacha pull. So I have been playing a lot. I've been playing since launch. It's been like a week and a half or so. How many do I have? I think I have like 30 boxes at this point. I have 29 gold boxes. Yeah, it is a very complex, and this is all credit to Killer Ducky for figuring all this out. He is the Godcha, I've said. He's the gacha god, and he's great at figuring this stuff out. But yeah, that's it. But the games are great. The player skill is very high, and so we're seeing the most of the launch when the game launched. People were seeming to say that around 2 Dan is around 2 Q. Like there are showdans on KIOU that are like 4 and 5 dans on Shogi Wars, and then 2 Dan. So it seems to be holding, although it does maybe get to be drifting a little higher. Like I am 2Q in both time controls, in the 2 time controls I play, and I could conceivably have been 1Q yesterday if I just would have won this. If I would have won a 1 game, I potentially could have been 1Q. So, you know, it's drifting up a little bit, or I'm just playing really well. Like I have been playing really well lately, just of late, both over the board and online. But it's really fun. If you can tolerate the characters, I think it's amazing. To be able to have matchmaking in a shogi game with great time controls. 10 minutes, 30-second Byoyomi, and 5+5 Fisher. They're great time controls. And the Fisher, the only limitation on the Fisher right now is that they don't do proper counting at the end of the game, so it's easy to lose track of your time and timeout, and I have done that. And so I hit 2Q there, but I am not going to go back until they add that, and I believe it is in their plans. So I'm sticking with 1030, which is just fine with me because I love this time control. So there's the serious mode, 1030. There's Fisher. This is a casual mode where it shows arrows and you can use, you get 3 free cheats every game. It's not at all interesting to me. This one is 10 minutes, 30 seconds. This is, I think this means serious, but it is 10 minutes, 30 seconds, no Kishin, no cheating tickets or anything like that. 5+3 and 3 minutes. These are also sort of serious-ish, but you can buy cheating tickets and use them in here like Kishin. But my understanding is when you buy them, or win them with gacha, they show like a couple arrows, so you don't necessarily get the best move. And you have to pick one, so you engage with it. And I think you only get like 3 of them or one of these moves. I don't know. It seems like it's better than Kishin. Better competitively than Kishin, but still sort of annoying. But either way, you know, I don't know how many people are using these. But I'm playing 1030. Lower my temp here. Why is this not lowering? よろしくお願いします。This is the first Nakabisha player, I think this is the first Nakabisha player I've seen in like the 50 to 60 plus games on KIOU. So Tulip has inspired the Nakabisha. This is a strange approach here. Yeah. Is that the Wariuchi no Gin? Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. That's a lot of pieces to give up. That is a lot of pieces to give up. So I take, he takes, I drop the pawn, he takes, or does he drop, I drop the pawn, he comes in, I drop the pawn, he takes, I take. Yeah, so let's... I take, he takes, I drop the pawn, he drops a gold. No. I only have one pawn, though. I think we need to get this guy out of here. Do I have mate? If he takes the bishop, I take the token first. This is an interesting game. I've never seen anyone do this as an Akabisha player. So it'll be something, win or lose, it's going to be something to study. Should I drop a silver? Should I drop a silver? He drops a gold. Takes. Takes. Do I drop a gold here? I take with the bishop, he takes with the pawn. I take with the king. He drops a silver. He drops a bishop. So materially, are we actually equal here? Materially, we're equal. So he drops the bishop. I think I just come over. I think I have to come over because if he takes the silver, Wait, no, no, no. If I come over, he takes the silver, I take with the bishop, he drops the silver. I take with the bishop. Ayaka, hello, good morning to you. Good morning. Wow. So the saving grace is that this comes with check. The rook take comes with check. If he drops a bishop, I drop a rook, I think. So if he drops a silver, I take. He drops a bishop. You know, I just block. He takes, I take, and then all he has is a rook. Okay. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Should I drop the bishop here? No, because I think he's going for the... Should I drop a gold here? Or get my king? Should I drop a gold here? Should I drop a gold here? Drop a gold here, or a bishop here. So I do this. He drops the bishop. I come over. He take. I don't want to give up a rook. So how can I protect this square as well? Should I just get my king over? Okay. So let's get the horse. Let's do the horse. Should I do the horse or the rook? Let's do this. So if he drops the bishop, I think I just come over here. I'll let him get the horse. Or I'll come up here. No. Okay, wow. Drop the pawn. He drops a pawn. Silver, pawn takes. It's fair. So I take, he drops the bishop. He drops the bishop. I come back, he drops the silver. Well, that's a 2-for-1. I mean, I would love that. And now he has no pawns. Now he has no pawns. Now he has no pawns. Should I drop the rook here to hit the Okay. I drop the gold, he takes the silver. I take. Gold takes. Oh, I should have just come back with the silver. I should have just come back. I should have just come back.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah. That's tough. It's tough. Very tough. I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. That silver, I think, would have been huge. He takes the pawn, I take the rook. Drops the knight. I take this, he takes, I take, he drops a gold. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. Oh, it is it. Oh, good game. Good game. I think that silver move lost it for me. I think the silver move lost it for me. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it was lost even before then. Good game. You know, this is what we've seen on this on KIOU so far, is that I get the big advantages. I get the advantages, and then they start playing. It feels very much like the old Shogi Club 24 days. Oh, it is the move. That is the move. That is the move. That is the move. So that's exactly what I thought. Oh, okay. I could have just defended there. So I wanted to bring the silver back. That was the move. So I at least I realize where I lost it. At least I realize where I lost it. Yeah. Good game. Good game. Hey, Spinal Tap, Flying Parrots. Wow, good to see you. Zenisi, hello to you. Benjamin Shuitt, great to see you. You're on a 10-win streak with Urshin or Ryu. So I'm convinced you're not getting the actual players on the site. I'm convinced. I believe in you. I believe in you, but something's up. Something's up. Are you playing casual mode? Good day, Emperor Rex. Roxar, hello, welcome to the channel. How is this game? I'm enjoying it. The time controls alone make it really great. The time controls and the great players you go against. You're playing the serious mode? You're very strong, but nobody is winning 70 games. And no one is going 70-0 with Bishop Exchange. Like, that's something I can't believe. So it feels like something else is going on there. Oh, Killer Ducky knows rocks are. Framba Go, hello! Yeah, you're on 85 win streak now? Yeah, that's not right. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Shogi Brazil, you were gonna play KIOU yesterday, but the power at home went down. Oh no! Oh no! So the maiden stream is gonna be coming out. Like we have 7 and 8 Dan Shogi Wars players who are not winning 50 in a row, let alone 85 in a row. Something feels very, very, very strange. But I mean, you are really good, so. Like I've said before, like I can't even imagine winning 20 games against like a 2Q. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Wow. Tulip has brought out the Furibisha players, aka the unserious players. Wow. Shogi is a game about checkmating the rook. I drop the rook, he pulls back the silver, and I'm trapped. Rook. No, silver. If I do this, is he going to drop another bishop? What if I drop the pawn, he goes to the side. And then I drop the rook. Takes. That feels kind of good. Let's do this. And my king is not in any fork right now. Bishop here. So if I push, gold takes, I drop the bishop, gold comes back. I drop the rook, gold comes back. What if I promote? Can I just promote? Well, I don't mind taking a bishop potentially. I could... I kind of want a bishop. This would be nice. But I need to protect against a rook drop right now. This gets my knight up. This will be able to activate my knight. So I take this. I take, and then I drop the bishop. I've learned that playing against bishops is very annoying. Playing against two bishops is very annoying. Do I have anything better? I've got this. I've got... No, I don't have this. So if he drops a rook, he implicitly defends this. Okay. How could, the rook drop is going to be good, right? So this silver is undefended. I'm being annoying. Which is the most important thing for a horse to be. I want my horse here. Should I drop the... So he can drop a pawn. He could bring his silver up. Oh boy, that I don't think is so good. Free gold. It's a free gold. Because he's got to defend this. Right? Arigatou gozaimashita. Oh, for a second my heart stopped. I thought I messed this one up. So it looks like I did have some mistakes here. potentially. Zenesi, you caught my troll. Zenesi caught my troll. Oh, you wanted to ask yesterday, but you were in a hurry. What is Urashino? So Urashino Ryu is a style. 1 second. I will get into that. I see someone on YouTube. This is boy, my Japanese reading is very bad. Let me plug this in. Shiina Hisame, or Hisame, Shiina Hisame. Greetings. You say, hello, you're a Japanese beginner at Shogi. You'd like to learn by watching my streams. Thank you. Well, thank you. You, surprisingly, I don't know if this is surprising or not, but you would not be the only person. It sounds like this is relatively common for that Japanese people who are working on their English might go to a foreign stream, to a stream or a video of a foreigner doing a Japanese thing that they like, so that they're able to learn Japanese. You are not the first person to say this. So as I usually say when anyone mentions it, greetings to everyone from Japan. Believe it or not, on my YouTube channel, my largest audience is Japanese. It is identified as Japanese in the YouTube metrics. So over 30% of the viewers on YouTube are from Japan. And I think a lot of it is getting that sort of double hit of learning and working on English and observing something that you enjoy, which is shogi. And it sort of makes sense to me. Because like I'd watch some Japanese things and try to learn Japanese from that. But I'm also watching shogi. I'm not watching them do American things. Rimuru, hello, thank you. So anyway, Urashino Ryu is a style of. It's an opening, essentially. It's a style of play invented by amateur player Urashino Hiroaki. So his name is his last name, his family name is Urashino. So Urashino Hiroaki Sensei is he's a very, very strong amateur player. And this opening starts like this. Silver 6-8, push the pawn, get the silver up. And it's mostly identified by this form where you have the silver here, you have the bishop here. You generally make an attack out this way against static rook, and as it turned out, this is Urashino Ryu, but as it turned out, because the opponent played free bisha, we went into something that is called. There's actually a very old style called Torizashi. So now we are in something that's called Torizashi. The opponent's bishop is here on 3-3. We have our Urashino Ryu form. Our king is over here, and we make our attack. So this is technically Torizashi, but on the first moves we're starting out as Urashino Ryu. So the way it would work out, if the opponent was playing static rook and say they push their pawn, in Torizashi, the king is over here and the gold is here and this gold comes up. In just regular Urashino Ryu against static rook, this pawn will come up, our gold will be here, and our king will be down here. So it's a very light castle, but it's a rapid attack strategy that's been popularized. That was invented by Urashino Hiroaki, and it actually won a very prestigious award in Japan. I think it was awarded, I can't remember what the award was, Masuda? I think it's called the Masuda Award. I believe the Masuda Award is given every year, maybe not even every year, and it was given to Urashino Sensei for inventing this opening which has made strides in the amateur game. It's not played as much in the pro game, but professionals have played it, and professionals have won with it. So if you're looking for an analysis of a professional game where Urashino Ryu was used effectively, there's a channel, Shogi Ramen TV, on YouTube, and he has a video within the past year or so analyzing that. Yeah, so the Masuda Kozo Award, and Urashino Ryu won that in, I don't remember what year, but Urashino Sensei himself, he's a man about, he's an uncle. He's about my age. I think he's a little older than I am. I'm not sure, but actually, it's not that I'm not sure. I'm not positive. I think he is a little older than I am, but he also streams. And let me share his channel. So I follow and support his channel. It's very, very highly recommended to me, regardless of if you can understand Japanese. I cannot. But this is the channel, and he streams pretty much every day. And he play on Shogi War. He's been playing on KIOU. He's Shodan in KIOU. I don't think he's hit 2Q yet, but he's like 7 Dan on Shogi Wars. He's very, very, very strong. He's incredibly strong player. And I think he's still only Shodan on KIOU, but he also plays on Shogi Wars. He also streams Virtua Fighter a bit, but he streams on YouTube, and he's great. He's great. So what were some of these? What were the engine liked? The engine liked this immediately. Really. Takes. What is that? Alexa is cheering with 1,000 bits. Goodness gracious, 1,000 bits is a lot. Thank you. Boy, I appreciate that. Is Urashino Sensei and Urashino Channel the same person? No. Urashino Sensei is Urashino Hiroaki, and that I call him Urashino Sensei. He doesn't call himself that. His username is like Riki-sen Shogi. But let me get Urashino Ryu Channel. But he invented Urashino Ryu. There is another YouTuber who is now retired from content creation. But this is the channel that I learned the most from. And this is a separate channel of a player who got up to 5 Dan in Shogi Wars. 5 Dan in Shogi Wars, as far as I'm concerned, is God level. Is God tier level. So he got to 5 Dan in Shogi Wars, playing exclusively Urashino Ryu. And he has videos going back like 8 years from when he was Shodan on Shogi Wars, going all the way up. And I had, for a long time, until he retired, for maybe a year or more, I had a daily routine where every night I'd go to bed, I'd lay down, I would watch his video. His videos were he uploaded a video. Urashino Ryu Channel uploaded a video every single day, and it had 2 or 3 3-minute games of shogi. So very quick. Each video was about 10 to 12 minutes. I would watch those games and learn from them every single night without fail. Even when I was on vacation, away from home, I would be doing that. It became a huge part of my routine, and I've talked about this before. I was very, very, very sad when he retired from making those videos. But but that's it. So those are the two. Two of the three pillars in my shogi understanding and Urashino Ryu understanding. The third being Koshiro, Shogi Brazil. So Koshiro is who we are going to be watching later in the WSL game. He also streams and makes videos. He's the many-time Meijin and Osho, every title of Brazil, and one of the strongest players alive outside of Japan. And these 3 people are who have molded me into what I am. Not that I'm much, but I'm trying. And in an hour and a half, Koshiro is going to be playing a game, a WSL game, and that's I'll be watching, spectating that. Thank you again, Alexris. So appreciated. That is so appreciated. So generous. So let's do our best. Let's do our best. Night Sparrow, hello. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Sente again, boy. Urishi no Ryu. I'm playing a Shodan. And then getting up quickly is Shin Urishi no Ryu. So the new Urishi no Ryu. It evolved early on. Like, he quickly evolved the move order. So I'm playing this way just to sniff out what he's doing. And it looks like my opponent here is going to be going opposing rook. Okay, well, Sanken Bisha. I'll be going into Torizashi now. And now I have this quick engage. Okay, so after this move, we'll see what happens. Usually stronger players will play this rook over. Okay, so now I'm going to push this pawn and get into this structure that Koshiro taught me. Speak of the devil. I was just mentioning Koshiro. I think that might be a little early. I need to get this gold up. I need to get this pawn up. To prevent this bishop aiming down here. So this is not a concern, because if he takes, I take. If he tries to push, I can take, or I can just go in. So the idea is to build this diagonal up really strong. Push, take, up, take, take. Drop a silver. No. All right, take. Let's get our gold over. Okay. So this is going to be a bit of a trap because it is pinned. The knight will be pinned. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I don't think the bishop is ideally positioned here. I come up. He takes. I take. He drops a silver. I also have this pawn push at some point here. Take. Take. Take, take. Take. So the rook might, I don't think the rook can come up. His castle is not so good. He is defending this. Silver. He takes. I take. Interesting. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. I don't think. He drops a silver. I take. He takes. I jump the knight. So if he drops a silver, I push. If he drops the silver back here, I push, right? Ooh! He's got no pawns. It's cold. This castle is a little busted. It's a little busted up, but he's got pieces. So he can't drop a silver. I'll just come back. I think getting the rook over makes a lot of sense. Then I drop a pawn. He comes here. What do? Drop a knight. Drop a knight here. Drop a knight. He goes back. Drop a pawn. Drop a knight. He goes back. Or does he come forward? Does he come forward? I don't think he comes forward. Drop a knight. He goes back. Drop a pawn. He takes. Silver, he takes here. That's not good. Drop a knight. Something's here. Something's here. There's also the silver drop here. I would like to get a bishop. I don't know if I can give him this file, though. Silver. Knight. He goes back. What about knight drop here? What about knight drop here? Knight drop. He comes forward. And then I get the fork. What did I say? What did I say here? I would just use this. I could come up with the rook. I could come up with the rook here. No, I couldn't. All right, I think we got to do this. I think we've got to do this. I have no pieces, though. You know, I have just no pieces. You know, I'll be able to, once we take, I'll be able, once he takes, I'll be able to drop a pawn. If he comes back, I'm going to drop this bishop here. You know, I can badger as he's got so many pieces. Should I do this? Then he drops a knight. He can't drop a pawn. Can't you could drop a knight, I guess. Oh, interesting. So I take, he takes. I can't promote. That's nice. So he can drop a pawn next, I guess. So how do I get this guy out of here? I gotta get my rook in. Wow. Trying to make sure I don't have forks. Let's get this rook up. I don't mind having a gold, a knight. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Silver would be nice. Silver would definitely be nice. These pieces are all trapped over here. He could come over. Like if he tries to give me a silver to force things in, I think I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Should I drop a pawn here?
10秒 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Where's he going with this? So, I need another piece.
10秒 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I don't think that does it. I don't think that does it. I think that's it, right? Take side silver. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I have some speed, maybe. I have no knight. Yeah. So I take, he takes, I run, he drops a bishop, I come up, and he's got gold drop. So, let's do this. Take silver.
20秒 20秒
Wow.
20秒
Do I have any... Do I have anything here?
10秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8
Drop a bishop. Fair enough. Huh. I'm gonna want a knight. I'm gonna want a knight. I have no pieces, though. I have 0 pieces. So this is Jumero. Wow. Makemashita. Good game. Good, fun game. What a fight. What a fight. What a fight. Ah. Wow. Wow. These showdowns are no joke. These showdowns are absolutely no joke. Goodness gracious. What's orange and sounds like a parrot? Carrot? Wait. Wait, where's the joke? Where's the joke? Where's the joke? Hey, Danny Boy, the first on Capybara. Hello. Congrats on that FISA rating. Very nice. You're 2Q FISA, I'm 2Q KIOU. About the same. You're unreasonably obsessed with the delay of Gold 5-2. It wasn't needed. It wasn't needed. I wanted to set up my structure while I could. Smoglet made fun of you? Smoglet can make fun of you. That's okay. Smoglet rated with a party of 10. Or a party of 9. So Smoglet, it's raider privileges. Danny Boy, you say, Yloigh, great to see you. Great to see you. Danny Boy, you say, you love that I play till checkmate, so many opponents don't let you play it. Good sportsmanship. So there are two schools, there are at least two schools of thought on that. There are two schools of thought. At least. Well, there are more schools of thought. One is that it is fun to make a mate and satisfying to make that mate. So I will allow them to make that mate. The second school of thought is that I have resigned in positions that I thought was mate, and I was wrong. It was actually not mate. And actually I was winning. So that has happened to me. So there's also the factor that no matter that it's in my brain, it's a 99% chance that this is mate. I am not sure. So there's that. There is also Shogi, as I say, Shogi is a hard game to win and an easy game to lose. I have lost plenty of games where I had mate on the board. And my opponents kept playing, and I didn't make the mate on the board. I have lost games where I had mate in 1 on the board, and I did not make mate in 1. Not as one-sided as this was, but close. And so that's a third school of thought. The fourth school of thought is that it's rude to not resign. And I've heard that before. But I don't subscribe to that, and plenty of strong players that I know don't subscribe to that. I mean, obviously, if you see mate, if a lot of strong players will resign against equally strong players, but the thing is, I'm playing someone online. I'm playing an online person. I don't know how good they are. I see that they have Shodan, which means they are really a KIOU Shodan right now is really good, is very good. We're talking probably 3+ Dan elsewhere. Like high 2s to low 3 Dan Shogi Wars, I think, is what we're talking about right now. So it's probably a good player, but I don't know. I don't know. And this shows my board sense. I thought I was winning a lot of this game. I really thought I was winning a lot of this game. I didn't realize I was playing Mr. Perfect over here. I did not realize that. So I'm playing the game that I see on the board, and that's it. And also, as a streamer, I know when I was spectating as a lower level player, and I continue to feel this. I continue to feel this when I'm watching really high level games where they resign. It's like, wait a minute, where's the mate? And so people watching, people watching can learn from what the opponent actually does to make the mate. I think that's, as a streamer, I think that's kind of useful to people. I have the people who are watching, a lot of the people are better than I am, and a lot of the people that are watching are worse than I am. So I think the worst players may appreciate seeing that mate actually happen. So like there was a game that I've spectated recently or watched on YouTube, a video that I watched recently, and it was a resignation. It was a resignation early, well, not early, what I would consider early in the mating attack. I saw the resignation. It was like 6 and 7 Don level players playing each other. And I'm like, wait a minute, where's the mate? I'm almost like, where's the attack? And sometimes it's when it's prematurely, to these high level players, it's obvious that the game is over. But to me as a spectator, I'm like, well, I would love to see how someone converts this. So that's some of the schools of thought on the playing it out online. Also, I like making moves. So anyway, I need to get some tea and drink some water right now. I will be right back. I'm gonna flip the spectator mode on. Flip this spectator mode on while I get my tea and more water, and I'll be right back.
あなたが後手です。
楽しく勝つのが一番。行くよー。よろしくお願い。
技あり。2分。素晴らしい。お見事。割り打ちの銀。技あり。技あり。お見事。お見事。
All right, back. Sorry about that. Wow, this is a 2-dan and a showdown. I'm guessing what time control are they playing? They're playing 3 minutes. This is a 3-minute bullet game. We have in 2 minutes the day is going to the new day is gonna start. So I'm just gonna hang out for 2 minutes before starting another game, and so I can get those the daily rewards. Basically, it'll force us out. It'll force us to the main page. So let's look to see at that one point in the position that it thought I had a good spot. So, well, a good, like, not good, but like here. This is where I dropped that silver. Yeah, I think that was, in the end, maybe that was just not fast enough. In the end, it just wasn't fast enough. You know, I played this. I think I'm just losing a silver. Yeah. Okay, the engine wants me to just come back. Just come back and play. And then I still have this threat coming in. And that's all line. So the thing is, with this engine, we can't necessarily even trust this very much. We've seen that this engine that KIOU is using for its analysis is not all that accurate in places. And it's certainly, as their proposed variations get longer, it gets worse and worse. So, take everything with a grain of salt. It's possible this was a perfect game for my opponent. But probably not. Probably not. Zenisi, you say, funnily enough, it's Japanese shogi culture to resign before mate. Like it's more honorable and to go out on your terms. You don't know is the opposite with chess culture. So I've heard that. I don't think I believe that. I think there are I don't. The evidence I've seen would indicate that that is not true. That some people will resign well before mate, some people will play it until mate. I think it depends on the skill level, it depends on the setting, it depends on the context. But certainly playing online, that is not the culture. There are players who will play it until the very last bitter end, and BM sometimes, if even so. But I don't know. I'm always hesitant to just put things as culture when it seems like there's multiple sides to that one. The thing is that shogi is, you say it's more beautiful than pointlessly flailing. Shogi is a game about pointlessly flailing. The point is that it's a very difficult game and people mess up. And we've seen that time and time and time again for me, is that if my opponents would have just resigned when they're dead lost, they wouldn't be getting those big wins as I crumble. So I think shogi is especially at the lower amateur levels. There is nothing pointless about flailing, because the point is the opponent can mess up and often does. But yeah, I mean, pros and high-level players will resign before mate, of course. I mean, so they will, just like they will in chess. Like in chess, they'll resign well before mate. But yeah, they're pros. They're not. They're at a different level. Will I play on Shogi Wars? No. Shogi Wars. I don't want to say I'm done with Shogi Wars, but the Shogi Wars time controls are not appealing to me in the slightest at this point. When I'm faced with the option of playing Byoyomi games and Fisher mode games with good matchmaking, I'm taking it. 10-minute Kiramake or the sudden death. Wait, why it's noon already. It's noon. Why am I not getting my, there it is. The sudden death games, those are, I do not enjoy those. where, you know, I'm playing a good game, I'm winning, and then I get flagged. 10 seconds is okay, but it's just a little too frantic. It's a little too frantic. I would much rather be playing these games. I'm having so much fun playing 1030 and 5+5, but 1030 in particular. So let's take a look at our stuff. Well, there's no need. We could buy this later. We'll buy this later. I'll get a game in. The WSL game is starting in a little less than an hour, so I probably have time for one game before we head over to 81 Dojo. Let's do this. Converting games from resilient opponents is so hard. Exactly. I mean, we witnessed it earlier today. I think I think I had a win in that other game, you know, winning position, and I couldn't convert. Stronger players in shogi and chess is the defensive resilience. Absolutely. That's a key. I think once you hit Shodan, you see that. And Shodan is when people start getting very, very resilient. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Wow, it's Furibisha Day. It's the first week of launch. I don't think I played any Furibisha players. Could this possibly be the same person I played earlier? Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I think the idea is pawn, back, bishop, take the lance, and I get this threat. This bishop drop is also potentially going to be very big. So I get my gold over. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, I fell for it. Oh gosh, this has happened to me. This has happened to me in so I take so what is I take, he takes, I drop the rook. Or do I bring the gold over? I bring the gold over. He takes the knight, I take. I can't bring the gold over because it's check. I think I take, he takes, I drop the rook. Or I drop the rook. I drop the rook, he drops the gold. I drop the rook here. I drop the rook. He drops the gold. Drop the rook. I drop the rook here. He drops the gold. I drop the lance. Drop the rook. Drops the gold. I take. He takes. I drop the bishop. He drops the gold. I come over. Not good. Yeah. Not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. Oh, I could have dropped the lance. I could have dropped the lance. Should have dropped that lance. I think the lance might have been it. Why did I rush? Why did I rush? And now he drops the gold behind. Yeah. Can I do anything? I take the gold. GG. 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 Makemashita. Yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Because that's just a great position for me. That's a great position for me. See, there's the hopeless flail. Like, that's a flail. That's a flail. That was like, I think that was probably a little bit of prey, you know, drop and pray. And there's my blunder. Okay, just drop the silver, the bishop. So I thought I dropped the bishop. He drops the gold. Takes. Oh, this is before I gave him the rook. Oh gosh, yeah. 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 Yep. All right. He got me. He got, I mean, that's Shogi. That's Shogi. If you can't calculate, you know, if you mess up your calculation, let's play another. I have plenty of time for another game before the Koshiro match. Shogi is a game that rewards sort of naked aggression. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. And, you know, Furry Bisha players are going to do that. You know, they play suboptimal lines intentionally. They go into the game deciding they're going to play something suboptimal. This is interesting. Is he going to try to do the Gangi? So the Gangi is a little weirder here. With that silver already there, I think. Because then, well, I mean, he can get it up and then get the knight going. Quiet you, Benjamin! Quiet you! Quiet you! Something feels off. Something definitely feels off. My spidey sensey is my spidey senses are tingling here. So if he moves the silver, he's in bad shape. I guess, no, he can move it here. I would expect the gold... I think exchanging the bishops is good for me. Right? Drop the bishop here. No, I can't. I could drop... So I drop the bishop here. rook over. I drop the bishop. I take the knight. Silver takes. I take the gold. Can I take the gold first? I take the gold first. Take the gold first. Rook over. I take this. Silver is there. And now what? I bring my rook over. Is there anything... I could drop my knight. No, I can't. So I think he's got to leave this here. He's got to drop a silver here, I think. Because otherwise I'll just promote. Ah. I could drop a gold here. No. Drop a gold. He takes, I take. Drop a gold. I drop a gold. I take the silver. I could also drop a... I could have dropped a gold here. I dropped a pawn here. I don't want the king defending that square. Okay. Gold. Take.
3分
That's a mistake. He's flustered. He's flustered. I could feel the fluster. This horse is defending this gold. So how do I... Zumero. That's a free rook. It's a free rook. Arigatou gozaimashita. So I was flailing. There. I was flailing. Hey, Foradun, nice to see you. I was flailing more than anything there. Yeah. Yeah, so where did I go wrong? The engine didn't like this move. Well, I mean, maybe this is why. Oh, no, that's not why. So let's follow why this is wrong. I think this button does it. So if we do this, this is why it's wrong. Oh no, this is what it's suggesting. I don't care so much about. I mean, I sort of care about it, but it's suggesting, well, it's suggesting that, but why is this wrong? So let's go to the opponent's move. Because, as I said, the silver can defend with this. The silver can defend there. And then I think we push this pawn. I think we push this pawn and give ourselves a way down. But that's not good either. Okay, we do this. Whatever, and this engine gets bad, as I said, at the end of those. Increment the counter. So, you know, I'm always flailing. You can go to the move after the blunder and then press the blue button. You mean the purple button? Yeah, so this is the move. This is the move. This is the move. This is the move after. So that's why I was trying to see what they should have done. But, you know, I'll use this. This is what... Long story short, I don't think there's a good way to prove out why it thinks this is wrong. There's not a clean way to say, okay, why is this bad? You know, I push here, it's just going to show what I should have done. And on the next move, so I look to see what the opponent did. So the opponent did this. The engine will say he should have done this. But this line gets... This line gets... potentially dicey. I don't know. Then we drop the... I don't... We've seen these variations be very, 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 very wrong, is all I'm saying. We almost can't rely on it, especially once there are 2 or 3 moves into their proposed variation. They're way off when comparing against like Suisho 5 and things like that. So yeah, it's tougher that way. All right. We have time. I think we have time for another game before Koshiro's game. Koshiro's game is at 1, so this will be quick. This will be quick. These games have been going quick. Watch this be a marathon. Watch this be an absolute marathon game. Actually, yeah, forget this. I'm glad it didn't take a time. I'm glad it didn't do it. Let's forget this. I'm going to get my coins, and then I'm going to go to 81 Dojo, and then I'll play a 10-second game on 81 Dojo while we wait for Koshiro's game. So, I've gained a little bit of percent today. I was at over 92, I think it was, at my peak. We've got to do our things. We've got to do our gacha. We have to do the gacha. We'll buy some fans. 3 fans. We're going to convert our fans into gold boxes. $32 gold boxes. We are way past the halfway point of getting a free gacha pull. We are way past that point. We are way past the midway point. All right, so I'm going to take a quick break. I'll leave this on. Playing the games. I'm going to take a quick break, switch it over to 81 Dojo, and then I'll play like a 10-second game on 81 Dojo while we wait for Koshiro's game to start. All right, be right back.
対局開始。あなたが後手です。
私がもう一人負けないんだから。
All right. Sorry about the delay. Go, Duck, you have 45 gold boxes? You're... How? Wait, what? Are you playing a lot off stream? How do you have more than I do? I'm playing like crazy. I'm streaming like 5 hours of games, and there hasn't been they haven't been like my usual streams where I'm talking a lot. I've been playing. Oh, that's true. That's true. I did spend on the icon, but even so, man, that's a lot of gold boxes. All right, this one's not ending anytime soon. We are. Let me close this out. I am going to just in the background here prepare the scene here. Hopefully we don't crash OBS like we did last time. I will switch the scene. I'm going to exit KIOU, and now I'm going to switch the scene collection to Shogi scene. And we didn't crash. We did not crash. We did not crash. It's all good. That's a good day. That's a good day. We did not crash. Actually, let me put this down here. All right. Octananda, I see, is asking for a tournament 010. I have seen Octananda. Octananda waits for these 10-second tournament games. It seems like all day. I don't think I've ever actually seen Octananda playing a 10-second game. So I don't know what these are. Like if they just join into tournaments and then no one ever joins. All right, well, I'm going to I'm going to wait for a game. 10-second. No, rated 10-second. But after this, yeah, so in 24 minutes, WSL Division A, Koshiro versus, oh boy. It's not Ukraine, is it? It is Ukraine. SKZT, really strong player. I mean, obviously, it's Division A. They're going to be strong players. Should be, if it happens, it should be good. We saw Koshiro already on chat, so we know he's around. We know he's thinking about Shogi. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited about it. Danny Boy subscribing for 3 months. 3 months in advance. Tier 2 for 3 months in advance. Yikes. Yikes. Wow. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. You've got now, I think now you have the teacup that Foradun has. I think the sub icon or the sub badge. Although not sure if you use those. Yeah, you use the founder. You use the founder badge. Oh, for the support on your Kaneko video. Yeah, actually that reminds me, because I haven't shilled your channel in a little bit here. I've been meaning to. I've been very slow to watch those because I don't. So the way I watch these, and the way that I watch this kind of content is that here's his channel. He is going through Ending Attack Technique 200, which is a Kaneko book. You know, very, very. I need to start going through it again myself. It's a book that just keeps on giving in terms of endgame, and he's going through one video per problem. like I've said before, I suspect these are going to get to be very difficult videos. Not that there's much difference between us, but I struggle with these. We got a 4-dan. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. But so I don't race them when I'm watching them. Like, I really want to hear how you're describing it. So it's like I need to commit a bit. I need to commit a bit of time to be able to watch those. Torizashi. So we're playing faster than the Byoyomi. So we exchange, he gets the bishop. Yeah. So we have an option here. We have an option. I think we have an option of bringing our silver up. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because there's nothing defending here yet. Oh, I could have Tataki'd. I could have Tataki'd. No, I couldn't because the bishop was there. I should have Tataki'd. No, I shouldn't have. Wow. Ah, son of a gun. Well, I needed that so that he can't run this guy. This is still on pre. I think I'm still looking great here. This guy's... I want that so that I can take here. And now this piece is free. The knight is still free. Oh. Oh, the gold drop. Gold drop. Gold drop. Oh, boy. Dang. Dang, 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 dang. Could I have just run? No, I couldn't have just run. Oh, my king! I could have just taken! I could have just taken! I could have just taken. My king is not on the back rank. I could have just taken. No, I couldn't have. No, I couldn't have. Because he has a bishop. Oh, that's a... I messed up the wrong square. And now I'm flustered. This was supposed to be aiming here. This was supposed to be aiming here. Oh. I'm just saying GG. Thank you for the game. Oh boy. So I just got flustered. My brain stopped calculating. My brain stopped computing. The 10-second games will do that. The 10-second games will do that. I think I had the win. I think I had a win there. Let's see. Let's put it in. Let's see. So the moment my brain said, all right, you're going to beat this Fordon. You're playing really well today. I was never able to get the concentration back. So I think especially in 10-second games, I would guess most people are sort of subject to that, because there's like in a 30-second Byoyomi game or a 60-second Byoyomi game, you have a mental lapse. You have time to recover. But if you have a mental lapse in a 10-second game, there's no mercy in terms of recovering. So where was that? Where did I think I had the win? Where did I think I had the win? I think I still have the win here. Looking at this. Looking at this. This doesn't defend anything. Just doing that. I could drop a gold. I could drop a gold here, and then drop a pawn, and I'd have a 4-piece, or I'd have a 5-piece castle, and theirs is in shambles. Dead even. Dead even. It's slightly advantageous to... Oh, let me switch the scene. Slightly advantageous to Gote. Wow. Wow. Okay, so where's the graph? Oh, the graph hasn't finished. The graph hasn't finished. Hey, Xenon X Test. Good to see you. Been a while. Wait, he had... I know nothing about Shogi. I know nothing about Shogi. I know nothing about Shogi. I think the rook for bishop trade was good for me. It wasn't? Oh, wait. What should he have done? Oh, just 5-4. 5-4. Or 5... Wait, 5-4. 5-4. 5-4. I'm going to lose this. So 5-4. If he moves 5-4... If I do this, silver takes and forks the rook. If I move up here, silver takes. Yeah. What is the line? What is the line? I mean, it's gonna be hard, and I come up, and there's nothing to do. It's just it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. What do you think about making the moves on the board for this instead of saying them out loud? Oh, yeah, I say it out loud. I say it out loud. I think I am working on visualization, but also I'm so accustomed to my first tendency being wrong. I'm so you know, my first and second ideas are usually so wrong. I wonder how much time I'd spend drawing them. But yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point. In review, I should be drawing them, or at least drawing arrows. At least drawing arrows. But yeah. Yeah, you mean actually playing it. Yeah. I mean, obviously not during the game, but wait, or do you mean playing against the engine? Do you mean actually literally playing, like not making? You're not saying playing like making the moves. Are you actually saying playing like turn on the engine? So where's our graph? Oh, wow. Look at this. Great game. I thought I was wrecking this. I thought I was wrecking my opponent. Oh, okay. Instead of saying they do rook 5-4, play it. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that. I'll do that. So here's, yeah, I had a nice spot here. So engine is suggesting this, which I did play, right? I did not play this? What did I play? Oh, I tataki'd. I tataki'd. So this would have been the line. Well, this is what I was afraid of. Wait, it's funny. It's funny here that this is the server side line. This is the. I'm just following the server side line, and this move 51 plummets the eval, at least in the in-browser engine here. So maybe we gotta maybe there was a problem server side. This is like one of those KIOU ones where the server side on Lee Shogi I think is done. I think it's 10 seconds per move. 10 seconds per move on a potentially unknown machine. So you don't know how that depth is going to go. But it's usually still pretty reliable. This seems not so reliable. Yeah, the deep into the variation here. The engine is saying the in-browser depth 18 right now engine is looking at this. That makes some sense. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense because we want to be able to pull this pawn. We want to be able to pull this king, essentially. We have a gold. We want to be able to pull the gold, pull the king so we could take here. Sort of interesting to me that this is only a plus 1.8. What does the engine do? Or what would the opponent, if we do this, what is the best move? That makes sense. Is it not gold drop? Is it not gold drop? I guess gold drop they could drop. No, they can't drop a pawn because it's check. What's wrong with gold drop? So, there's nothing wrong with gold drop. It likes 5-3 pawn more. I'm not seeing it. I'm sitting here. I'm trying to visualize why it likes this. Oh, I get to check to make sure Koshiro's game hasn't started. He is asking. I'll evaluate the opponent's manner. So I'm just going to go through this line. So because I'm thinking, like, if I drop the pawn here, he does this. So I'll do it. I'm thinking this, and then this, and then... Oh. We activate this piece. Oh, okay. Okay. Still a bit scary, but yeah. All right, let's go to 81 Dojo. I'm very excited for this game. So again here, it is Koshiro and SKZT, Division A. What Brazil currently 1 point back, in one tiebreak point back in third place. It's a mosh pit up here in first place. It's basically 4 teams essentially tied for first place. France and the United States won, both have 9 tiebreak points, and Brazil and Taiwan have 2, and France have 8. France also has 8, but they've played more rounds. They've played more rounds. This is also a strong team. Singapore is also a ridiculously strong team. Germany is also a ridiculously strong team. All these teams are, all these teams are ridiculously strong. It's like the World Cup of Shogi. It sort of is. It's like the World Cup of Shogi, except it's good. Hey, Haru, nice to see you. Germany has a lot of high-level players. Germany is one of the strongest shogi countries outside of Japan, I would say. I don't know if that's... Maybe others can disagree with me, but I definitely think it is. It depends what you consider a lot, I guess. Haru, you're one of the low-level players. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both. Oh, man, that 10-second game has me going. That was so fun. So fun. But on the flip side, for me, and I think other people are probably subject to this, I'll just say that as the rank of my opponent increases, the games are fun, and the games remain fun but there's not enough of a competitive... I still feel like when I'm playing a 4 or 5 or 6 Don level player, I still feel like I'm kind of on a free roll. Like I'm on an emotional free roll. If I win, I feel great. If I lose, I feel great because I played a game against a strong player and I wasn't expecting to win anyway. So in a way, that feels like it eases some of that competitive burden. And I wonder if that contributes to somehow the game being less meaningful from a growth perspective. Speculating. This is all speculation. I don't know if it's true or not and how many people that's there. But I know when I'm playing a 4, 5, 6 Don level player, I am not feeling that same sort of pressure that I feel when I'm playing someone at my level, or especially below my level. For me, it seems like a lot of times the pressure of a game the game has started. The increases the lower level my opponent gets to a certain extent. Koshiro is Gote, but I am going to flip the board. I'm going to flip the board because I am cheering for Koshiro. I make no bones about it. I am biased, and I wear my bias on my sleeve. I'm cheering for Koshiro. He's playing Murata Shistemu. Okay. What is this indicative of? Gangi? Is this sort of like a Gangi? Or I guess it could be anything. There's the Gangi. Because we know it's not going to be a duck castle because this pawn was pushed. All right. I'm not sure what I generally expect here. I don't know if he's just going to continue to push the pawn and then make the castle. Maybe he'll get the gold. Does Koshiro from here sort of make a Kani Gakoi? Does he do... I don't know. I don't know what he does against this. He's taking space, as we might say. Whenever I make these moves now, when I make these moves in my games, especially over the board, I feel like I'm Hikaru in Hikaru no Go, and Sai's arm is coming down to make the moves for him. I feel when I make moves like this, I feel Koshiro's arm coming down onto the board, making the move. Both players playing relatively quickly. Looks like maybe he is going to make that Kani Gakoi. Maybe. Filling out the Gangi. These are just Koshiro things. I'm always Kanigakoi. You know, when I leave these squares open, I get buried by people dropping stuff here. That's why he did the early gold 5-2. Yeah, double protecting that square. And then he climbs these guys. So he did this, I think, in a couple games of the recent Brazilian Oshosen. Again, his channel, which I shared earlier, has videos of these OTB tournament games on his channel. There are the Hayazashi Oshosen, which is the Blitz event, and then there's the main event where with slower time controls. And he does this where he pushes his pieces up the board and continues to add pressure, and then magic happens and somehow he's in. You were really inspired by those games. I am, when I watch Koshiro's games, I come out of them so inspired. It's ridiculous. From him and often from his opponents. Often from one of his opponents. Zenith, you imagine him with the Koshiro with that Sai hat. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. He takes space like you wouldn't believe. The first person that I ever saw doing this is that Noah 0508 player who won the United States Shogi Championship in 2024 as a 16-year-old, I think. And the first few times I ever played him over the board at the Silicon Valley Shogi Club, he just kept pushing the pieces up the board to the point where it's like I felt like I had nothing to do. It just felt like this amorphous blob rolling over me until it just plowed through. Almost like some of those handicap games, but they were full strength games. And Koshiro it does the same sort of thing. I don't want to dismiss his opponent. His opponent is really strong. So it's not like this is I'm not making any quality judgments of what's going on in this game here. But Roxar, oh, thank you for that follow. Thank you. The 5/5 Vanguard pawn is really strong, and it's a big portion of my game against third file / opposing rook. And it's been working well, and it allows me to make these sorts of frontal assaults. You're hoping, Killer Duck, you're hoping the opponent does right king. You're copying this opening. Confused when the opponent doesn't put the king into your attack. I think a lot of the things that Koshiro does, my take is that you have to be a wizard at defense to be able to make some of them work at the highest levels. Because he, much like in Urushin or Ryu, you have a weak castle and your king is, like his king, is open. There's open diagonals. Not that there's anything open right now, but his king is not exactly tucked in. But he makes it work with this constant barrage of threats, which never lets the opponent's attack get fully underway. The laser stays home. The opponent's right, yeah, and there's the opponent's right king. There was a game in that recent Oshosen. I think two of those games, possibly against Takashima-san and one against YKT, Takano-san. In both those games, I thought, oh, he's going to lose. I thought the opponent's attack coming on his relatively weak king was so strong. I thought, gosh, is he going to lose this one? And he managed to handle it. I have no idea. I didn't put the games into the engine. I don't know who was, winning or not. But a few of those games, two of those games in particular, I really just thought like, gosh, he's at the end of his rope here. He's going to lose. Yeah, coaster rook. Yeah, opponent, the king goes right, we swing the rook left. Exactly. Keep the rook. Like, that's something that they say in chess. They always talking about lining up the rook with the king. I don't hear people saying that as much in shogi, but then again, I don't hear much shogi commentary because I don't speak Japanese. But with drops, a rook lined up with the king seems a little less strong as it does in chess. There's so many more pieces, and it's so easy to drop things in the middle. But regardless. Taking the center is definitely a chess thing. Definitely a chess thing. Stay on target. The pawn's too close. Stay on target. Me, I would just still be trying to get my rook in over here. I've got a plan. Say what you will about me, but I have a plan and I stick to it. You could call my shogi ethical shogi. Because I have a plan and I stick to the plan. I'm all about the loyalty. I'm about loyalty to a plan. Urshino Ryu probably is the most ethical of openings. Yeah, this seems good. This seems good for Sente because there's nothing he can do now. If he takes, I think we just drop the pawn and that's a dead silver. Well, it's an exchange silvers for a knight. And if he drops a pawn, I think we just take the silver here and we're sort of bogeying up this file. That's my look on it. I wonder at what point does he potentially get this bishop out on the edge? That seems somewhat... There seems like that has some potential as well, especially in conjunction with this pawn pushing forward. These kinds of ideas, once we have stuff in hand, once we're... This is going to come potentially with a threat. Yeah. Okay. So my take was right. I feel good. I feel pretty good. Not the most complicated position, but... Yeah, so the more that clears out, I think the more it's going to be easy to attack the Gote's king. We can't forget this rook still exists. We cannot forget that this rook still exists. But the king is somewhat naked here. The king is somewhat naked. Is he going to drop the silver here or here? Okay, he's going. So these are my two These were my two choices. This one and this one. I was leaning a bit towards the sniveling approach of dropping it here or here. But this is the approach that my heart wants. If you just had the thought that if we're watching 9Q playing, everyone's going to rush to them. Don't put the rook near the king. Yeah, that's the U.S. Shogi Championship, that 2024 championship I was talking about. In the championship game, the winning player ended up with an Anaguma, but with his rook, like his rook as part of the Anaguma. And you can break the rules once you hit a certain level. So I can't necessarily calculate this out, which is why I think I wouldn't have made this move. Because this was my first move that I considered, in my head. And I'm thinking, all right, so he takes, and it's a naked king. Pawn, we drop a pawn, he can't take because gold drop would be mate. But pawn, he runs gold. Oh no, then that would just be mate. Then that'd just be mate, because we would have a silver that we took here. We would drop the silver, we'd come back and we'd drop the gold that we just got here. Okay, so I think that's the threat here. I think the threat is, especially with this, if this rook is down here, if he takes, gold takes, rook takes, I think we now have mate. Silver, pawn. No, king can go back this way, right? Silver. Rook comes over. I guess we could promote. Boy, I'm not sure. Not sure. I think Koshiro will find it. Because we'll also have a pawn drop, because we won't have a pawn. So we'll also potentially be able to Tataki the king and maybe make a dragon for a silver exchange, something like that. I'm going to allow Killer Ducky's message here. It's impossible to do mate when the king can run to 6-9. Nice. You mean 7-9. Well, if we take, king takes, drop pawn, and king goes back, then it's mate with the silver drop. If he goes back here, we get the silver drop, and then he comes out this way. Oh, 6-9. I'm thinking you mean this. Yeah. Well, he wouldn't be able to do that. Oh, yeah, he would, because this silver is defending. This silver is defending. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so he'd be able to potentially run. If we drop the pawn, he runs this way. Yeah. So it's... He could also run this way. We drop our silver. He comes back. They've been pretty quick on the clock. Until now, they've been pretty quick with their moves. There is also, at some point, we would also have the rook coming in. So that might be, how about this? Let's say he takes. We have a silver, 3 pawns in hand. Now we take, king takes. No, rook cannot take. Rook cannot take because of the knight. So how about we take the knight? King takes. We now have a gold, silver, knight, 3 pawns. Like we push the pawn, or we drop a silver or gold, some way to get our rook in. So the dragon would be here. So bishop out this way is going to be aiming at this. After the trades, bishop is getting blocked by our own pawn. What do we think about a pawn drop on the head of the gold here? Knight takes. No, I don't think that benefits anything, because if this rook is getting in with check, might as well get in and take the knight. So maybe that's not it. What else could Gote be, or what else could Ascente, SKZT? What else could the thought be there? I don't think a pawn drop is fast enough. Yeah, the thing with Kojiro's position is that he has this entire field to run to. All of a sudden, no matter whatever happens, he's going to be able to run. And he has a hostage gold. The same thing can be said for Sente, that they can, the top side of the board here, they have this to run, and they've got a castle over here waiting to sort of run. Yeah, they have luxury spacious castles. Yeah, these are luxurious castles with rich Corinthian leather sofas. Lots of wide open space. I'm just not finding the move for SKZT here, other than silver takes that pawn. Because now it is. I think we verified that it is not mate. It is not mate for silver takes gold. Just how do we get this bishop in? Like I mean, both of these bishops are not doing much, but Looking at edge attacks. I don't think there's anything, and nothing's going there. I don't think there's any time to get the king. What is that move? Is he trying to get this gold out of place? What's the idea? The only thing I can think of is, oh, interesting. So maybe the idea is take, or we take, drop, gold drop, pawn drop, gold over, bishop drop, hitting the gold. Oh, not bishop drop, bishop over. And then the gold is misplaced over here, arguably. And we'll be able to, no, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Oh, the gold could just take the bishop. That too. That too. I mean, if you want to. If you want to. If you want to maintain the tension, you could leave that free bishop. As they say in chess, maintaining the tension. So I'm not seeing a threat here. Okay. In a world where a bishop exchange is going to happen, you get the bishop hitting the, forking the king and the gold, but I don't see how we're going to make that happen at any time, at any point yet. So this is interesting. I was actually, before we switched over here, this is something in my head that was rolling around, that after we do this exchange, can we push this pawn to get our bishop active? I don't know if that's his plan behind it, but talking about getting those bishops active, if the king takes, and if the king takes, he's running he's in the danger zone. Going to take him right into the danger zone with Kenny Loggins. And this is a nice move to block off this entire part of the board. If the knight jumps, then we can't get this, but I think we just push the pawn. Or if the knight jumps, no. We do have a gold potentially. What can we do? Okay. This feels terrifying to me. Like if I was SKZT right now, I'd be terrified. So if we get the bishop drop, the bishop over, okay. So we get this bishop over. He takes here. We have a gold. We have a gold. So I'm not sure if that's we have a gold, and so we're not going to lose this bishop. Oh, we have a gold drop here even. We have a gold drop here, and then the king would block it, and then we take it. Yeah. Yeah, so if the silver takes now, it's gold. I think it's gold drop. King blocks the rook, and then we take the free silver. And then resign, I suppose. So if he jumps the knight, so you're thinking, yeah, so he jumps the knight. We drop the gold. We drop the gold. We can take the silver, then they take the knight. So we get a 2-for-1. I don't think that's going to be what we want at all as Koshiro. So if he jumps the knight, if he jumps the knight, we could take this pawn and promote, but that to me feels a little scary. That feels a little scary. But one thing also is that if he takes here, we do open up the rook. We do open up the silver. I mean, obviously, the knight, if the knight is gone. Pawn 7, you're saying pawn 7-5 is a cool move. You kind of want it to work. Yeah, I wonder, is it just too slow? So we block. Is he hoping? Is he looking to? Did he make this move in anticipation of an exchange here? So he takes, gold takes, bishop takes, rook takes, and you can't get the bishop. No, because the silver's still defending this square. The silver's still defending the bishop drop. There was really no reason to, Shogi, you're saying there's really no reason to take the pawn and put his king in danger like this. The king wants to go to the other side of the board over here, where we have these asobi goma, if you will. We have asobi goma over here. If we count the asobi goma, I think SKZT has more of them. Koshiro really thinking about this one, though. Okay. Going rook hunting. He wants that rook. He wants that trade. He'll accept that trade. I don't see much of a world now where SKZT can get back to the relative safety of these 3 pieces. 4 pieces. I mean, if you count the knight. The snow roof castle, the snow all landed on one side of the castle and just smashed it. It was a very heavy storm. And sort of, and again, even if SKZT does manage to make some headway over here, it feels like there's just so much room for Koshiro to run. And it's going to have to be with a bishop. The only way I think now he's getting in is some sort of exchange. Boy, I'm glad they both showed up on time and are playing. This is a real fun one to watch. Is there any world in which I don't think I was going to say is there any world in which SKZT can hope to get over here? I don't think so. I don't see it. I don't see it. Just keeping an eye on being able to get the king in. And there is the I saw nothing else to even try. So what's the next move? So what is the next move after pawn takes? Like what is SKZT's plan? Okay. So I don't know if he's still trying to set up that fork. Maybe trying to lock this silver in place. Oh no, also if he takes, then he gets the bishop drop here. So if he takes, he gets the bishop drop. Okay, so Koshiro is going for surrounding the king. So like he takes this knight. It's tough. The moment he goes here, he takes here. He drops the bishop. I don't think that's enough pieces. And the king can run, but there is going to be a token. Or the rook can run, but there is going to be a token. So what would be the line here? Let's say if it was Gote's move. Would it be gold drop? Gold drop, silver takes. Silver up. King runs. Rook. Gold. Gold here. King runs. Promote. Oh, wow. Woo. Remote. I like this. I like this too. I'd be too afraid to make this move. Personally, I'd be too afraid to make this move. But that's maybe that's the coward in me speaking here. I think I would have tried to come from the other side by promoting. Because I think that would be Tsumero. I think. Ooh. You definitely can't ignore this. You can't save the silver. So if silver takes, it's pawn drop, right? Pawn drop. King back. Gold drop. King runs. Silver. Is there Tsume? Who is winning? I'm not good enough to tell, but I think Koshiro here is winning. I see the attacks for Koshiro. I don't see anything fast enough for his opponent. So there's like, knight drops, gold would just take. Gold takes, we take here. Like taking here, I think is mate. Is going to be mate. I don't think it. I know it. So there has to be something. And he resigned. Good game. I was about to bow. I guess I should bow. Very good game. GG to both. Well. That is I'm going to copy that. I'll bring that into Lee Shogi here, into the study, I've got that WSL study. And I'll flip it just so it's what we saw. So what was the moment of truth? One of the moments of truth was, I think, this spot. Okay. And the eval says it's an even game. The eval says it's an even game here. Slight advantage, not even the slightest advantage. So, interestingly, that 7-5 pawn push is good right here. This was not directly losing. It wasn't, it certainly gave up equity, but it wasn't so bad. Huh. And then our move was the best. And then the 7-5. SKZT is really, I'm just going to say that's really good. I'm going to say SKZT played a great game here. Takes. And that is the pawn, the move. And then the bishop. Eval's continuing to improve. And there's potentially the losing move. And there it seals it. It seals it. So I think without this, so seeing how strong this eventually could have been, I wonder what we could have done. Only move, pawn 3-5. Only move is pawn 3. Blocking that bishop. Blocking the bishop. Allowing us to sort of potentially get back into place. Oh, Hey, Koshiro, congrats. Great game. Great game. Great game to both, I thought. But incredible. Incredible. Yeah. So this 7-5 idea, I just didn't even see it. I think Killer Ducky saw it. I did not even see it. Really good vision by SKZT. Just it seemed like maybe the move order was just not perfect. You're used to playing against Migi-Gyoku, but not his style. Yeah, it seems like Migi-Gyoku is very popular with some of the well-known Brazilian players. I wonder why that is. Is it just one person who was really like a lover of it, taught everybody else, or inspired everybody else? Yeah, so from here, it became... Yeah. And yeah, Koshiro playing like a boss. Interestingly, 4-5 silver was also okay. What's the line there? What's the line there? Okay, the engine has found a mate in 19. Engine has found a mate in 19. Oh, a very easy one. A very easy one. A very easy mate in 19. True. To be fair though, actually, we were sort of talking about this, about that gold sack. I had mentioned the gold sack to get the silver out of here, and then we start sacking pieces. So to be fair, at least we thought about it. At least we thought about it. Koshiro went for the clean win. Yeah. Yeah, you got to train Tsume. Yeah, sure. The clean, yeah. There was nothing to do, right? So like something like this. It's still... Oh, we would do this. Yeah. So you'd have to lose it anyway. Wow. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Same idea. Same basic idea. Interesting. Shogi is hard. What a game. That was such a good game. That's what, when I think about Resign is faster. When I think about before the streams, it's always hit or miss with the WSL games where I'm worried that they're even going to take place. And so, but what I'm hoping for is a game like this, where both players, play incredible moves, and it's not just a blitz. Like, we had time to breathe and consider these positions and look at them. And wow. Oh, wow. Koshiro with perfection. Absolute perfection. SKZT, no slouch. No slouch by any means. We are looking really good right here. I'm amazed. The engine loves this style. I mean, it all, when Koshiro is playing these moves, it all looks correct. But it's just surprising to me to see that the engine is like, yeah, that's all correct. Because it seems like such a strange style to what we're sort of traditionally expected to see. And I guess maybe that's the thing, is that Koshiro is it true that like you've studied with engines enough to be able to go up? There was a Twitter thread going on, Japanese Twitter, in the past day or so. Someone was saying that Sota Fuji is the first ultra successful engine focused player. That I think the argument was, and I have no way of knowing if this is true, but the argument was Sota Fuji's master is the engine. He learned from the engines. That's what this person on Twitter was saying. I don't know if that's true, but you know, they're saying that he's the first that is engine trained that has done really well. And now, you know, now probably a lot of students will be that way. But Shodan. Okay, so Shodan 7 made the hard. So Shodan 7 did all that engine work, and you started learning from Shodan 7. Okay, so you heard that he started to learn from engine when he was almost pro. Interesting. Okay, that's what I would have expected, because you know he's not that young. Is he 23 at this point? How old is Sota Fuji? Fuji Sota. How old is Fuji Sota Shogi? 23. He's going to be 24 soon, next month. Yeah, which does feel, that feels pretty, that feels a little late for Shogi players to have just started with the engine. So he probably was like 12, 13 when the engines would have been in major use. Maybe even older. How old was he when... Did he become a pro at 11? 15? 13? At what age did Fujisota Shogi become pro? 14 in 2 months. 14. Okay. This is... Fordun was saying the same thing, Koshiro, that when we watch your games, like when we watch those Oshosen games, we're just inspired by those games. And I feel very similar about this one. Boy. I just don't know what to... I don't know what to take from these games. You know, when these types of games... I don't know what exactly to take from them. Because it seems like to be able to make this structure work, you have to have, it feels to me like a supreme understanding of where your weaknesses are and what the board is going to look like after pieces are exchanged. And during the game, you know, I was guessing at the ideas. But it's one thing during a game to guess correctly 90% of the time. But like it's that 10% of the time or the 5% of the time when you're actually playing that are where it's easy to lose. I was going to say like what is the fundamental problem with how SKZT played this game? You know, my thinking was that these pieces ended up doing nothing and ended up hurting him. But with that in mind, he has more than a Sente advantage at this point. You know, it's a slight advantage to SKZT. So the engine doesn't mind this. So is it where he did not, it's where he didn't push this pawn? Or it's where like it's where he put himself into that no man's land of not being able to get back. King 5-8 here. Let's see, what is the best move? So he played 3-5 pawn. The best move, which I thought we saw was not going to work, but the engine is saying just here. This is the server side engine's best move. There's the variation. Oh, and he builds a... So essentially he builds a castle. So the engine is, rather than moving his king to 5-8, the engine is trying to build the castle around the king on 4-8. So let's see how good was 5-8 though. Let's run it. Let's run it ourselves. Oh, it's coach. Wait, it's here. Bringing the silver back, bringing the pawn up. 5-8 gold. The 5-8 king. The engine loves too. Well, loves. Gives up some equity, but at low depth, 20 depth 20. At depth 20, this engine is saying that 5-8 silver is the number 1 move, and 5-9 king is the number 2 move. Followed by this. Followed by this. So you're on track. You're on track with getting that king back over. But then what happens? So what happens? This is where I go wrong. This is where I go wrong when I try to play this Koshiro style of following the king. So I come over here, and then the opponent just starts making the castle over here, and then we chase. Is that like the idea? Is that we kind of chase around? Koshiro, you say that you lost him before in the case. Oh, you think you played Anaguma. You lost because of yourself doing bad exchanges, and his king was completely safe on his right-hand king. So you made Anaguma on the left side, and you maintained your static rook over here. So the king was safe here while your static rook could do nothing. Okay, static rook plus left Anaguma. That must be sort of like, what Migi-Gyoku would love to see. Zenitsi, you say you think he said in an interview that he started using the engine in Sandan League, so when he was 13. Okay, that makes sense. One way or another, the problem is activating the silver gold bishop combo. You're saying activating these guys, yeah. And as he did later, but I underestimated this. I definitely underestimated this, the ferocity of this 7-5 pawn push. Maybe not so much right now, but it became pretty scary. But he was almost just like one move too slow doing it. But even so, when he did it, he was still fine. The game was still playable. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's something else that I'll take away from this game, is that 7-5 push. When the king is relatively open, the importance of teasing out the pieces is pretty immense. Like, Koshiro had this running room the entire game. But really, effectively, once this pawn push came, that sort of closed off. That sort of potentially closed off a lot of the position. Because either the pawn was going to come here and make a token, in which case, it's controlling tons of space. Or we pull the gold out of here, and we have attack points, and we have bishop potentially, and we have all sorts of attack points or different attack vectors to close this, which is fascinating to me. How much you can manipulate an opponent's position just with some light pawn pushes on the head of a knight. But yeah. Anyway, awesome game. So that is. Let's take a look at WSL right now. I'm going to reload this. I doubt the game is. Yeah, the game isn't recorded yet here, but that is board 1. Okay, so no other games have been played. Yloigh versus YKT and Nikolai 1985 versus Takashima-san. What are the Ukraine is such a strong team. But I'm going to look to see how strong these players are. So this is a 3-dan. This is a peak of a 4-dan player. So really strong. And I'm loading. It's just loading here. Let me switch my scene back to this. We're loading. Come on. Is WSL down? Am I down? Am I down? Checking my frames, not dropping any frames. We're still logged into 81 Dojo. Okay, so I'm just going to try to go to the main page. Okay, now. All right, I'm just going to open a new tab just in case. Now, I cannot load WSL right now. Can I load any 81 Dojo? I wonder if we're in that situation again. So let's see. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can definitely load 81 Dojo pages. But I cannot load WSL. Koshiro broke WSL. Well, it was a good run. So if that is the end of WSL, if that's the end of the World Shogi League, that was a great way to end it. A great game to end World Shogi League. Sharp left turn, fellow Northern California, San Francisco Bay Area player. Love to see that he's continuing to play and getting strong, getting stronger. And yeah, all right. Well, we can't get the WSL. We know that Koshiro's team is. Oh, there we go. It's back. WSL has not left us. So let's go back to Division A. I wanted to look up Nikolai. So we saw Yloigh is equivalent rated to YKT. Nikolai 1985 is a 1Q max of Shodan strength. Okay, so this is going to be a tough one. Takashima-san is, I would normally say that within WSL ratings don't matter, but this is enough of a sample size to the point where I could say this probably is about his strength. So we'll see, though. This is Takashima-san's game to lose, and the other one could be very tight. Both very strong players. What is YKT's peak? 5-dan? Yes. YKT is a 4-dan now, a high 4-dan, peak of 5-dan. So the Brazil is looking good. Let's just say Brazil's looking good, and every single point matters in this year's. Sorry for jumping through these. Every single point matters desperately in this year's Division A, because there's just a clump of teams here with essentially the same tiebreaker, same record, and just 1 point separating the teams. So it's going to come down. I think it's going to come down to the wire. We're only halfway through, I think. We're not even halfway through. There are 11 rounds. I think each round has a bye, so it's 10 rounds, right? No, I guess it is 11. Each team plays the other team once. So it's 11 rounds, and we're only in round 5, so we're not even yet at the halfway point. So we'll see. We'll see as the bodies start falling. So that's it. I'm going to close up. This was a fun stream. Those KIOU games continue to be very fun. Very, very, very fun for me. Matchmaking with 10-minute, 30-second Byoyomi is something I knew I wanted, but something I didn't know I would love this much. It's so good. It's so good. Yeah, so you're saying there's a chance. All right. So anyway, thanks everybody. I'll see you soon. Take care. Have a great remainder of your day. Enjoy your shogi. Thanks again so much to Danny Boy first on with that tier 2 multi-month subscription, and Alexris with that really generous 1,000 bits donation. Thank you. Appreciate it, everybody. Take care. Enjoy your day. I'll see you soon, and bye.